Aries, welcome back to Peony Love, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising signs of Aries, or anywhere else that you have it particularly heavy in your chart. Welcome back. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Have to forgive me, we did have some device issues when I attempted to record. Well, I did. I recorded them all 3 times. But I had some problems with my actual system, and so was not able to put up the first through the 6th. But we got that all squared away, and so we move forward. We are rocking forward. So we're going to lay down our 7 cards for this upcoming week, and then make sure that you stay to the end. We will do the specific placements with some additional details and bonuses. Let's go ahead and get these first 7 cards down. Let's see, on Monday we have the Temperance card. On Tuesday we have the Magician in the reverse position. On Wednesday we have the High Priestess. Interesting combo. Then we move into the Fool energy. On Thursday, let's get the weekend. Let's get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our Aries, please. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our Aries, please. All right, hope everyone's been doing well. We're almost there, people. All right, Friday's energy. And I'm going to put those back in because that was a hot mess. All right, let's get Saturday and Sunday. Woo, there they are. Saturday's card, and then we have Sunday's card. Okay, looks as though we're working ourselves through a little bit of a challenge this week. Let us understand a little bit about what this is all about. We do have the Devil card that wants to present with this 5 of Wands on Sunday, so I'm going to make sure that I put him out there so that we can get him in the mix. All right. Looks to me what we've got going on, Aries, is a little bit of a situation where we are getting past something that's been pretty challenging. It looks to me as though our biggest issue for this entire week literally is going to be managing the energy that we have from maybe that's something that's carried forward up into this point. What I'm getting out of this situation is that we've had a situation where maybe you didn't get something that you were expecting to receive. It's just as simple as that. And obviously it's created a little bit of a situation where we have to try to go back through and figure some things out. All right, let's go in here with our sacred geometry and let's grab, whoopsie, let's grab a card here for our Aries this particular week. Let's grab a card. All right, the card that we have is Unconditional Love, my friends. Unconditional love. Okay, so we have the octahedron here. And one of the things that we have with this platonic solid, especially if you have a crystal that is in this shape, but specifically with the areas of green and pink for the heart chakra, obviously we're trying to heal from something. So unconditional love is the name of the game this week, whether it's for you or for someone else that maybe you are trying to get over some particular concerns and challenges with. Let me go in real quick with an angel card and see, before we move forward, kind of what we got going on here. All right, let's see what we've got here. Angels, what do you have for our Aries here for this week of the 7th through the 13th? Thank you. Okay, so the angels are also giving us, oh, that's interesting. We have a power animal card. Okay. The saying on the card is that you have an animal spirit guide as a guardian who's trying to help you with this particular situation. So this is important if you are aware of your animal spirit guides, but even if you're not, pay attention this week when it comes to animals that keep popping up where they maybe shouldn't belong, things of that nature. And that is definitely some messaging going on for you there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that we have for this particular week. We have Temperance on Monday, which is talking about a little bit of needing to balance something out. Again, what I'm getting out of this is that you're trying to heal from some sort of a situation that did not go your way specifically. And so Temperance is coming in to try to ask you to balance something out. It's also asking you to have a little bit of patience. Okay, this is the Sagittarius Major Arcana, just to put the placements out there. But the universe is asking you to back off a little bit. Let's review kind of what's going on here with Temperance. We are going to try to make something balanced, but it is saying that you have to have some moderation in a situation. On Tuesday's energy, we have the Magician in the reverse position. So if you're feeling as though you maybe don't have your mojo together, that could be one of the reasons for the energy here. But the other situation that's popping up is that you really do need to make sure that your intentions are in the best possible position. Obviously, we're going to clarify and we will dig into that because I'm very curious. I'm not getting the sense that this is you at all. We're going to continue to move forward. Having the two Magician cards, we have the Magician here and then we have the High Priestess that shows up on Wednesday, meaning there's more information that's out there. We do not have all of the information at this particular moment. So the High Priestess likes to let us know that there's more details that are coming. Whether you like it or not, it's getting ready to come out. When we get to the energy of Thursday, we have the Fool that's in the reverse position. So we have the Fool who is a couple of different positions. Again, we will clarify what this means. But when the Fool is in the reverse position, it usually means that we should not be taking any action, or there is some sort of a caution that the universe is trying to share with us about moving forward in a direction, right? So we need to put the brakes on a little bit here. When we get to the energy of Friday, we have the Seven of Wands in the upright position. So if you can hold off for just a little bit, hold back and don't take any immediate rash action, okay, then you're going to be left in the position where you are holding yourself in very high regard and hold and maintain your status, hold and maintain your balance, because none of these individuals that are down here that are trying to push you off of the ledge are even close enough to get to you. So these little ankle biting bedwetters are just, they're annoyances at this particular moment, but keep your stance here, okay? You're going to need it. When we get to this energy of Saturday, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So that really, to me, is talking about a lot of energy being spent. You've spent a lot of energy here trying to defend something potentially. And so when you get to the energy of Saturday, you're not really doing a whole lot of expending of your energy. Now here, when we get to Sunday, we have a duplicate set that came out here. We've got the Five of Wands in the upright with the Devil card, Capricorn Major Arcana. So we do have arguing. We do have a positioning that's trying to take place here, a little bit of competition, right? Now, no one's really hurting each other, but at the end of the day, there is some sort of a conversation, or there is something that needs to be managed here, because the Devil energy is saying that we're focused on something to the nth degree. Now, it's possible that you're dealing with someone that carries the attributes of the Devil in their worst phase, which usually is, again, taking something to the nth level, doing it to the utmost, being that extra level of what it is that we need. So I do think that there's a caution that is here for you this upcoming weekend. Now, the astrology for the week is pretty simple. We do have Taurus energized here Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have the position of Gemini that's actually moving into the moon position. When we get to the energy of Friday and Saturday and Sunday, we will have moved into the moon position of Cancer. And so to me, that kind of makes a little bit of sense, because we're trying to hold our ground for something a little bit. And when the moon starts to change into the sign of, especially when it moves into the sign of Gemini here, that's where we can get that dualistic nature, right? So we got the two magicians that are sitting next to each other, the Magician and then the High Priestess, in one sense. That's saying that, yeah, there's some details that need to come out of the woodwork here just a little bit. We do have a lot of tension that shows up on the energy of Thursday. That's kind of where the Fool is hanging out in the reverse position. We got a couple of squares at our meeting up here. We've got the square with the moon in that Gemini position, wherein we have the sun in Pisces. And so we've got air and water that are in conflict a little bit, and so things are not flowing as easily as they should. I think that makes a lot of sense to keep it in the reverse position, or at least the universe is saying that from an astrological perspective, that there may need to have some slowdown there to allow some things to flow differently. When we get into the energy of Friday, we moved into Cancer. We do now have some trines that have popped up, and we also have this position where we are moving from the moon in Cancer to that square energy that we've talked about for the past time and change with this whole Chiron and Aries. Really having to understand where you are involved in a particular situation. So the universe is definitely giving you, hey, this is where you're owning kind of what's been going on here, right? We also have the energy of that same square that hits us when we get to the energy of Saturday, but we do have a lot more trine of the water that's coming in with not only Neptune in Pisces, because that's obviously what's going on. We've got the sun in Pisces, which is also with the moon in Cancer. We've got that extra moon energy that's going on here. So we got a lot of water that's stamping out our energy of this fire of the wands, right? That makes a lot of natural sense to me. And then obviously when we get to this energy of Sunday, we've got more of the same that's coming in here. Many people are going to be experiencing trying to put their clocks back and, you know, daylight savings times for all of us that have to experience that type of a whole situation is one different type of thing. But the other thing is that the moon is going to start to transition later on in the evening into the sign of Leo. So we do have a little bit more aggressive energy that is trying to pop out here. Now, none of that has to be anything that affects you, but from an astrological perspective, I wanted to make sure that I gave you that breakdown. Let's go ahead and clarify a little bit of what's going on here. Let's see, what do we got going on with the Temperance card here on Monday for our friends? All right, we have the King of Wands in the upright position, okay? Trying to move forward with something. We've got the Seven of Cups on top of that, talking about our options. Lots of options here with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups energy, guys, can sometimes be read as a situation or circumstances being very, very confusing. And that could potentially be. But what we do actually have going on here is a recognition that we do have options. And so you need to be able to balance that out. The King of Wands is representing our fire signs, right? So I do feel that that has a lot to do with you. I think you are trying to balance in your energies, your options, as things in the past, and like I said, I'm getting the feeling didn't necessarily pop out necessarily the way that you wanted to have them. So in order for you to move forward in a positive direction with the Six of Wands, you now need to be able to make sure that you are properly assessing all of the different options that you have available in order to move forward. Let's take a look at this Magician card that we have sitting out here on Tuesday. Okay, now Tuesday is actually a pretty good day, guys. We have the moon actually squaring in with Mercury. Now Mercury is, as you guys know, the sign of the Magician. So I think as far as a placement is concerned, that's showing up exactly where it's supposed to be. But what we do have is an opportunity where there's a good chance for networking and meetings and things of that nature. I would just say be watch yourself with those different levels of conversations that are coming in here. Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward and let's see what we've got. What's going on with this Magician for our Aries here on Tuesday? What are they watching out for? Okay, so we have the Hangman. Okay, that is, it originally wanted to present itself in the sideways position, but I understand why it should be left in the upright here. We really are needing to review some details here on Tuesday. We got to go within a little bit. We need a little bit of time based upon the movement that's happening here. And therefore you need to just kind of go in, you got to take a knee. And I think that's good. Let's see what else we've got going on here. We do have this energy also with the Pluto in Capricorn, trining up with that whole situation with the moon in Taurus. Yep. There's a situation that you are trying to evaluate here. This Ace of Cups. You know you want to take one of these cups, one of these 7 cups, and you need the time to evaluate what's going on here and see how the timing of the situation is going to work out for you. Let's move on into the outcome here of what it is that we've got. Okay, so we have the King of Cups, or excuse me, this is the Knight of Cups, I beg your pardon, and that also wanted to stage with the Nine of Wands in the reverse position. This is absolutely, let's back it up a little bit. Let's back up the truck. You need to be in control of what's getting ready to happen. Aries, you do have a lot of potential to make something happen in a very strong way, But so with the Knight of Cups in the reverse position and the Nine of Wands, you might be dealing with either someone that is maybe not quite emotionally stable, and I don't mean anything negative by it, but obviously they're in their feels and they're in a position where they're kind of out of sorts, and you've already made your decision. So you could very well be working with someone who is not in the best position to receive information anyway. Let's move on to Wednesday with the High Priestess, and let's see what she has got going on. Okay, so the High Priestess is trying to talk to us about what we need to do in order to have some balance in a situation. What is it that we need to invest in a situation in order to try to make something right, potentially, for some people? Let's move on and see what the Six of Pentacles. Yep, new opportunities showing up here. Absolutely. Trying to let you know where the balance needs to be created with that Page of Pentacles that shows up here. And let's get the outcome for that situation on Wednesday for Aries. What we have, you guys, is the Tower in the reverse position. Ooh, that is fortuitous, my friends. Let me tell you why. Because the Tower in the reverse position can sometimes be read as the universe preventing something from happening, right? If you are following the cues here and you are going within a little bit, then the universe is saying you're preventing a situation by examining energy in, energy out. What is this new situation all about for you, right? You want to take this Seven of Cups, you want this evaluation, you want this Ace to show up here for you, but you are really examining the details, and by examining the details you are avoiding a disaster here. I really do like that energy. I think it's really awesome for people. Honestly, the only thing that's really going on that day with the moon in the sign of Gemini, right, with that dualistic nature anyway, is the fact that we've got Jupiter actually in the sign of Pisces. So there is some emotion about what it is that we're trying to do with our funds, with our movement forward, with that whole Jupiter energy, right? We're talking about moving forward with our expansion, our wisdom, and obviously our abundance. So that's perfectly set up right there. Let's move to Thursday with the Fool in the reverse position, which I love. Now, the Fool, like I said, in the reverse position is not taking steps forward, not making hasty decisions, and I think that's beautiful. If the universe is trying to get your attention about something, yeah. Perhaps what it is you're waiting for some word to come through with this Knight of Swords that has presented here in the reverse position. You don't have enough information, literally, at this particular moment to make the call, to make sign the contract, to do the thing. Let's continue to move forward here. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so, but we have let something go. We do know that we want to move forward with this Ace, which is beautiful, but we do know that we're letting something go. Let's get an outcome of this one, because I'm super involved now. King of Swords with the Knight of Swords. So to me, this is really talking about not having the clarity that you need at this particular moment in order to move forward. Although you are ready, your partner, someone else that you're involved with in here does not have the level of detail or is not really ready to move forward right at this minute, and that's fine. So when you get into the energy of Thursday here, you're holding your ground, you're standing your ground, you're holding your position. Maybe there's other phone calls and things that you have to make based upon this situation that's showing up here. But at the moment, you're holding your ground. You're defending your position. You're defending what it is that you need to be able to do in a situation, and I like it. We have the Sun in the reverse position. Even though it's in the reverse position, it's still a very good card. You know what you want, and you're not going to let anything stop you from getting it. We do have the Empress that's also presenting in the reverse position. So this does mean that there's some chasing going on instead of allowing things to show up in the natural position, unless you are dealing with either a Leo and or a Libra and or Taurus on this particular day. Okay, let's move forward and let's get the outcome. The outcome is that we are like I said, if there was a situation that didn't pop forward the way that we needed to, we are at a position where we have to realize, okay, I may not have gotten what I wanted over here, but I'm very steadfastly going towards my dreams, and I'm going to make sure that what I want is going to show up. Now, the only thing with the Empress in the reverse position, like I said, is that you're chasing a situation instead of allowing the situation to come through to you. But at least we now recognize that if this was not a good situation, there are additional options in front of us. So that brings us to the energy of Saturday, where we have the Ace of Wands presenting in the reverse position. Again, we talked about that water energy being very, very heavy on this day, and so it's stamping out the energy of fire. The Ace of Wands in the reverse position is no go. You cannot move forward, okay? This is not the appropriate time. Let's see what else we have on that one for you. Let's see. Okay, we have two. What do we have here? We have, wow. We have the Five of Wands. There it is. There's a conversation that needs to take place. We have the Death card in the reverse position, Scorpio, Major Arcana. That's an avoidance, okay? That's an avoidance. That's what's going on here. We have an avoidance of something that we need to take action on. What's the outcome? Well, we have 15,000 cards that came out. Yep, where we're presenting ourselves back at the Fool, knowing that we are maybe needing to, we need to speak our piece to someone about this drive that we have. So I see this as one or two different people that you're dealing with as far as contracts. There's a judgment call that needs to be made here. We've got Pluto that presents, and the reason why is because you've got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got your whole life ahead of you. We definitely have this energy of, Jupiter coming in to have this conversation about us, but Pluto is encouraging you to, there's a second chance here. There's an opportunity. If you're not getting the chance to speak your piece about what this dream or whatever this particular situation is for you, the universe is saying you need to go for it. You want this. Here's a second chance for you to have this conversation. Let's get it together and let's talk about what that is, because it's meaningful to you, and that's what shows up. On this Sunday, there's a confrontation. It doesn't have to be fisticuffs. It doesn't have to be people cussing each other out, but it definitely means, especially where there's competition, and this is what I like about the Devil. The Devil at its best is very perseveres, right? They always push ahead to get what they want, okay? Can be a little aggressive sometimes, but let's see what we've got going on in this. Let's get the Five of Wands and the Devil card. Here we go. Strong decisions being made. Where there wasn't enough information in the past, I think we're getting ready to fly by that really, really quickly. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Eight of Cups. Yep. There is this conversation that's taking place about reviewing all the details from the past, okay? I have a feeling we're going to get like a bunch of cards here popping out. Nine of Swords energy. We had some, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit. Maybe some sleepless nights waiting for this thing to happen. Yeah, of course you did, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. You're waiting for this new opportunity to turn. What else do we have on that? I knew that we would. This partnership, this contract, this situation that it is that we were looking for, not really starting to pan out the way that we wanted it to. Whoa! Where did it fly off to? Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'll move these over here a little bit. Okay. And what do we have on that Three of Cups in the reverse? This is just usually unhappy unions coming together for this amount of time, okay? And what else do we have on the Three of Cups there? There it is. It's the King of Cups. Okay. So I definitely understand that you are going to move forward in a lot of beautiful ways. But if this is regarding a contract, if this is regarding two people trying to come together, or some sort of a situation where there needs to be this union, one person is not ready to move forward, or this one person is finding out details that's kind of slowing the process of this whole thing down. You do have some really great cards here. You do have the Ace of Cups, you do have the Sun card, you do have the Empress card, and you also have the Ace of Pentacles. This literally is about timing and trying to readdress something and getting the last bit of those details so that you can make the appropriate decision for you. And I like this because all it means is that there's more negotiation. If I could put one word on this, I would say this is the week where, you know, the rubber meets the road, and you're really examining what it is that you know, like what's your stake in the game here for this particular portion of negotiation. Now, I do get business out of this more so than I do get relationship per se. I mean, it definitely could be, but that's not what I'm specifically getting out of this, okay? However, the universe is very much saying that you need to have unconditional love here. Whatever this situation happens to be or how it relates to you, you've got to have unconditional love for yourself and for the other party as well, because if you want this to come, and it's going to, this just isn't the week where, you know, you're signing contracts and you're doing those different types of things. Something has to adjust in this whole process, but you're going to find out exactly what steps need to be taken. You're going to get all of the information that needs to come out for yourself. You're going to get the information this week, okay? So you definitely have a spirit guide. Again, take care and take a look into any birds that seem out of place, anything like that, you know, foxes, coyotes, dogs, cats, something is getting and will get your attention with this power animal. And or if you're connected into that realm, make sure that you're taking a listen to your guide, who would happen to be a power animal, giving you a little bit more information on this. Okay, so that is the general that I have. If you're sticking around here, then we're going to go into the actual placements. We're going to start with our Aries sun. We're going to get the additional information for our Aries sun sign and see what is the most important thing that they need to focus on this upcoming week with all of these details. Okay. I'm being told to tell you guys, because my guides, right, are saying to me to make sure that I explain to people the reason why this is still a good reading. Some of you are going to figure out that there's burnout that's happening. Someone is overtired, and this is exactly what we got going on here, the sun card. Someone is overtired and someone is spending way too much energy. So this just might be a situation where something has to be negotiated, like I said, or retooled. Now, for Aries sun, what we do have here is the solar eclipse. Imagine that. So we did have the solar eclipse last November, December. Well, November we had the solar, we had a solar and lunar right back to back. So part of me wants to be able to say that a lot of this energy has to do with the choices that you started to make, or the choices that you wanted to be able to bring forward, you know, before the beginning of the year, right around the holidays, right? November, December, when we had all this big, powerful energy. So that's a lot of the details that were coming through. In this particular spread, this would usually equate to like the Two of Wands. It doesn't show up, but I do think that there's a lot to be said here about the forward momentum that you know you want to have, because this is still good. The Six of Wands showing up here. The universe is just giving you a heads up about the choice that you're making. Then, you know, and the choice that you started off there, there's still good things to come out of it, but you're going to have to negotiate what it is that you want. We're going to go in with the numerology card now. And let's see what we have for you guys here. The numerology card that's coming out is all about teaching and learning. So listen, the other way to think about this is that this is a teaching and a learning moment for you. This may be this level of negotiation that you have to go through, or this conversation that you really don't want to have, but you have to have. You're going to have to go into it. So it's a teaching and it's a learning moment for you as well. Final card that we're going to pull out for you, Aries sun, is the Ask Angel. So if you want to pause the video here and ask your angels a question, this would be the time to do it. All right, what do we have, angels, for our Aries sun for the week of the 7th through the 13th? Okay. Woo! All right, what did I say? First card is compromise. There has to be some sort of a compromise that's in play here for you guys this week. And then the other one is let go. In order for you to compromise, you are definitely going to have to let the other person, okay? You're gonna have to let the other person say their piece and go through this process with you. So I hope that you really enjoyed the reading, you guys, this week. If you did, please make sure that you give it a like. You share it, you comment, and there is an opportunity in the description box below for you to book in with me if you are interested in a personal session. I'm happy to take bookings, and so you'll find all the details there. Now we're going to go ahead and move to our Aries risings, and let's see what the additional information is from the universe for our Aries risings. Okay, just going to put this one over here. All right, Aries rising, here we go. There she is, Miss America. Ooh, look at that. You guys, what we have here is the South Node, life's debts. So this was the energy that you're clearing from a karmic perspective in this particular lifetime. The South Node was last lifetime. You also had another card here. You have the energy of the Capricorn I use, okay? So it is very possible that you are dealing with a Capricorn, and obviously the placement for Capricorn that we have is on this heavy section that we have on this upcoming weekend. So the South Node, my friends, like I said, last lifetime, not this lifetime, what it is that you were focused on your last lifetime, the things that you are here to reconcile this lifetime as far as part of a lesson is literally the energy of the Ten of Swords. Now that one did not place itself here, but we do have the Ten of Wands. So I'm gonna just say that there's got to be some things here. If you figure that out with what it is that you do need to move forward within this lifetime, you do have some of that figured out, but very much with the Capricorn placement that we do have in here. Excuse me, gosh, where's my water? We do need to understand what that is, because literally that is the devil card that presents itself up here. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, Aries, especially if it's in business, then what I would say is that, you know, you've got to be able to examine both parties have to be able to come together and have that conversation. I really do not see romance or relationship out of this. Of course, it could be, but I'm really getting heavy business out of this. But even if it was the case of some sort of a relationship, guys, there's still a lot of negotiation, talking, and details that are going to come out in order to make things happen. Well, gosh darn. What'd you go and say that for? Love partnership. Okay. So for the Aries rising, what we do have is more of a situation where this has something to do with the love partnership. Now, I'm going to take this to the next level, because if you're going into business with someone, obviously you should love the person that it is that you're working with. And when we do have situations where one party wants something and the other party doesn't, you do definitely have to employ unconditional love for both people in the situation. Let me just review this real quick, because I'm not getting love out of this at all, but let's just see what we got going on here. Somebody wanting to move forward, there's options. Hey, let's do this. We can make this work if we work together and we do this. Someone's got a little bit of side eye here potentially. I need to go and figure this out. I might really want to have this happen, but I'm deep in my emotions right now and I'm not really sure. Listen, baby, let's make this work. We can balance this out. We can make this work. Let's just do this thing together. Let's invest in this. I love you, baby. Okay, we just avoided a disaster. But we're not ready to still move forward yet, because there's other details that need to come out. One of us is standing our ground. The other one is really trying hard. Again, still the best card in the whole reading. But something old has to go on in order to allow this Empress to come in here and provide what it is that the two parties would be looking for in the situation. So let's go ahead and just move to our Ask Angels and see what our Ask Angels cards have to say for our Aries rising with regards to this love partnership. Here we go. All right. So the answer that the angels are giving is in the near future. So as far as timing is concerned, it's pretty spot on about that with all the aces that are in the reverse position and that sun card. What you want is coming. It's just not here today. Okay. So in the near future could be anywhere from 3-4 days to 3-4 weeks to 3-4 months. I mean, there's no other specificity with this particular card. It's open-ended because it definitely is going to require both parties to be on the same page at the same time. All right, so we're going to move on now to our Aries moon and see what details we have for our Aries moon that are important from this reading. Here we go. Aries moon, come on, universe. There it is. Ooh, we have Mercury the mind. You guys. Okay. So our friend Mercury, that is the energy of the magician. This is the energy that pops up here on Tuesday. Okay. In order for the magician to be whole and be ready to wield all of his power, he's got to have all of his details involved in the situation, right? But the universe is giving you a very clear indication that we got to slow the boat back just a little bit. Maybe we need to work on our emotions with this Ace of Cups in the reverse position turning into the Knight of Cups, right? And maybe we need to work on that. Even though we know what we want, we got to put our whole heart and energy into the situation. So if our mind is not right before we start moving forward, and our emotions, you know, clearly are part of that as well, are you really in the best position to make a decision at that point? Maybe, maybe not, but the universe is definitely saying to you that that is a big part of what is getting ready to come out, okay? Let's go ahead and move into your numerology card and see what else we have for you. Oh, that was super fast. Thank you, universe. Ooh, money, 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 financial discipline. All right. Again, if this is about trying to do some investment with a choice that you know is going to work, but you've got to get someone else's influence, or you two have to be on the same page, this is the days, Tuesday and Wednesday, where the big meat is getting ready to come out that needs to get cooked, right? You got beef, let's cook it. Let's figure out what needs to get done. But they are definitely talking to you about financial discipline. So pay attention. Let's go in with your Ask Angels for our Aries moon, and let's move forward. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Woo! Okay, we're gonna take this one. The situation will improve. Well, that's good, because if there's a piece of information that you don't have right now, then you're definitely going to find out what that is. Maybe you find out what the final investment is. Maybe it's like $10,000 more than what you had in your budget, and the universe is saying yeah, or you're saying yes, we still want it, but the universe is saying you can't really afford that right now. Right now, you still have the right to your belief system. Here's the other cards that popped out with that. You need to look for a sign. That puts us back into this power animal card. There is something better, meaning there's probably a different way for you to skin this cat, which is where this argument or this conversation is getting ready to take place. You've got to confront it. And then the energy is saying within the next few months. So that actually helps to dial that in for an Aries moon within the next few months. So basically at the end of the day, whether you are an Aries sun, moon, or rising, the universe is trying to say to you that this isn't the week that the ultimate end all be all of your goal is coming out, but it is going to happen. So again, thank you very much for coming back into the channel. Share, like, subscribe, comment, and book in with me. The description box is going to have all that information. Make sure that you also take a look at your full sun, moon, and or rising to get a very full picture for this upcoming week. Many blessings, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.